Hello guys, welcome back. My name is Melbay and I'm here to continue the sessions. So this is week 2, session 1. And in the previous sessions, the week 1 sessions, we learned about what programming is and the foundation of programming, the tools required and the careers and benefits in programming. So you can check out those videos. And in session 2, we learned about programming environment, the tools and the stuff you will need to begin programming. And we talked about compilers, we talked about text editors here. So I advise you go and watch the video to understand it better. And we talked about this main important part, IDE, Integrated Development Environment. We explained that it's a tool or software that contains everything the programmer will need to do programming. It has a text editor, compiler, and all the tools you may need assembled at one location so that you won't have to go and download each of them separately. In session 3, I'm sorry. In session 3, we learned about the structure of a program. We learned about the elements that makes up a program. And we introduce how a program looks like. It's how a program looks like. This. And in session 4, which was the final session for week 1, we looked at how to be able to identify the individual elements mentioned in session 3 in a program, a random program like this, giving a program like this. You should be able to say something about it. Although you don't have any idea of what the program instructs the computer to do, you can still tell that, oh, I can see a variable, oh, I can see a statement, oh, I can see expression. You get it? So that's it for session 4. In today's session, we said that we are going to look at how to um this okay, so we were looking at the elements that makes up a program. So we have statement, expressions, variables. And today's session is all about knowing or learning how to construct a statement, how to how to construct a statement and how to pass it to the computer and how the computer will respond to it. That's what today's lesson is about. So constructing statements and understanding more about statements and passing it to the computer to see how the computer is going to respond. So we are actually beginning programming. We are at the start. We are beginning. Um. so um. I already told you guys that you need an ID to be able to start programming. But if I'm to ask you guys to go and get some of the IDs, you're gonna find some challenges. Some of you, your PCs may not be able to power some of the IDEs and it may run slow or you may have a lot of issues installing the IDE. So I chose to use a feature in every browser, every modern browser. There's a feature in a tool in every modern browser, which we can use to write some programs, our programs, and send it to the computer and see how the computer responds. We can use it. It's a mini tool, it's a small tool. It's not really used for programming, so if you want to write a raw software or program, but it will help. It can help us learn most of these guys, get it on the go or on the fly. So, how do we access that tool or feature? You need to find the browser that you feel comfortable with. Choose any browser you feel comfortable with. So there's Chrome here. I have Google Chrome. I have Edge here. I don't have Firefox on this PC. This is not my PC, but I don't have Firefox on it. So you can choose any browser you feel comfortable with. So I'm going to use Chrome here at the moment. And when you launch your browser, you need to launch it. If it's this guy, you can just launch it like that. Just choose any. Okay, let me choose. I just want to work with this one. So let me work with this one. So launch your browser. When you launch your browser, I want you to do something. You can come here. You can use any page to access the feature, but I want you to follow my instructions so that we can be on the same page. So you might see this button here, this addition button here. You can click on it to open a new tab. So we have a new page that we can work with. And what I want you to do here is inside the address bar, just type anything like just anything, any random thing, and press enter. Any random thing, you get it. After typing it, just right click on any part of the screen. You can right click anywhere, any part of the screen. Right click, go to inspect element, this guy. When you launch this side, you see there are tabs here. We have elements, we have console, we have sources, we have network. Come to the console section. There's this console section. Here you see some mini something, I don't know how to describe it, but it's more like a window, a tiny window here. And you see these ones are, you may not see that in your, when you open it at your end. This is what I get currently, but it's not important. So what I want you to do is, what I want you to understand now is, we said we need an IDE, and an IDE is made up of, text editor for writing our programs, and it has a compiler for converting it and converting our programs and sending it to the computer for the computer to understand and carry out those instructions. So think of this guy as a mini IDE, a small ID, a mini ID. And let's say it has the text editor here. So it gives us some small text editor. So think of this thing as a text editor. A text editor is just a tool that helps you to edit text. So far as I can enter my text there, I can enter text, I can delete text, and I can manipulate text. Just think of it as a text editor, our text editor. Now you have to note something. Inside here, this guy, whatever we type, anything we type here, anytime we press the enter key, whatever you type inside here will be sent to the compiler. That's how this feature works. Whatever you type here will be sent to the compiler to interpret it for the computer to understand. Then the computer will execute it. You get it? So let's say I'm going to type something random inside, and I'm going to press enter. When I press enter, the whole of this will be sent to the computer, will be sent to the compiler to translate it into machine language so that the computer will carry out the instruction. So I'm going to press enter. Now we saw something, uncaught reference error. Why did we get this error? When the compiler converted this into machine language, the computer didn't understand what this means. This didn't make sense to the computer. So the computer printed or displayed error to us, the programmer, so that we know that, hey, this thing you are writing is not defined. I don't understand what you're trying to say. That's why we have this red thing. So I want you to just type anything, just press enter, type anything, press enter, type anything, press enter, type anything, just press enter. So we have so many errors here. And don't forget today's lesson. Today's lesson is about statement. What is a statement? You get it? What is a statement? How do we construct a statement? And how do we pass it? And how would a computer respond if we pass a statement to it, or if we give it a statement? So this is my guide where I'm working, and there's the other tabs is for my lessons. So there's a statement, and the statement is called clear. It's a statement called clear. You can type it. You can type this CLEER bracket open bracket close this. This is a statement. Why is it a statement? Remember, a statement is an instruction. Who gets it? A statement is another name for instruction, but a particular type of instruction, a fully formed instruction, an instruction the computer can understand. So a statement is a simple instruction, or it's one line instruction, a single line of instruction that can instruct the computer to do something. So this guy here is a statement. It's an instruction. it's a statement. Why is it a statement? We say statement ends with semicolon. So from this semicolon, you can tell that this whole instruction is a statement. What does this statement do? When we give this statement to the computer, when I press enter, it will be sent to the compiler to interpret it into machine language and will then be sent to the computer. When this instruction gets to the computer will respond. Let's see what happens when I press enter. Did you realize it? It said console was cleared. So all the things I had here, the red, the errors and everything was cleared. How did that happen? Because I wrote a statement called clear. Yeah. And a statement is an instruction that can stand on its own and can instruct the computer to do something. So this statement instructed the computer to clear the console, to clear the screen, to clear the window, everything we're seeing here. We didn't want to see them again. We just wanted enough space for ourselves. So we wrote an instruction or a statement to the computer, and the computer responded by clearing everything here. You see, this is how statement works. So we have so many statements. So there's one statement called clear. You can practice with it. We can just type another random something, random something, random something, and bring it again. CLEAR, brackets open, bracket close, and bring your semicolon because statements ends with semicolon. So you bring your semicolon, and we're going to press enter. And when we press enter, the instruction will be sent to the computer and the computer will respond. So let's see. Boom, and it's fine. And that's how programming works. We send instructions to the computer and the computer carries out those instructions. You get it? So, like I said, basically programming is more like a communication. We are communicating with the computer. We are telling the computer, hey, please, I want you to clear the screen for me because maybe I want to type certain things, so clear it for me. It's making the things I'm writing unreadable. Get it? Making it unreadable. Well, what is this? What is this for? Have no idea. All right, so let's try another statement. We have another statement called alert, ALERT. Let's bring our brackets open, bracket close, and let's bring our semicolon. Okay, so when we press enter, come, I was testing something. This is a statement. What is a statement? A statement is an instruction that can direct the computer to do something or tell a computer to perform a task. A statement is a simple instruction that can stand on its own. You get it? So when you look here inside, let me go searching for. Please, I'm coming. No, please, I'm sorry. I was interrupted. So I had to go and fix it. So you can see this is a program. The program is made up of lots of statements. This one statement, this one statement, this one statement, this one statement. That's how programs are built. Programs are built by writing different statements. And every statement has a role it plays. Every statement has an instruction it gives to the computer. So let's see, we have another statement here known as alert, and it ends with a semicolon. So that's how we can easily identify that this is statement. And remember, a statement is an instruction. So we are going to press the enter key and this statement will be sent to the computer. Let's see what will happen. Let's see how the computer will respond to this statement. So we're going to press enter. Boom, we can see here, it's saying www.google says nothing. There's nothing showing here. So what happened? This is a statement alert. Friends, you can press the arrow up key to always get the previous things you typed. So you can use arrow up or arrow down to just go back to what you just done. So what is alert? Alert is a statement that instructs the computer to pop up something, and it is used to display information to the user. So assuming a user is on this website, if a user is on this website and the programmer sends an instruction like alert, it will display something, an information to the user on this website. So you see, it displays something when it will pop up something. Yeah. But now it didn't display any message. Why? Because no message was passed inside this statement. So we have, let's put a message in. So when you type your alert, you can come inside the bracket and bring two double quotes. Inside the double quotes, you can put any message you want to display to the user. So you can put a message like, hello world. So this whole thing from here to here is a statement. You get it? It ends with a semicolon. It's an instruction that can stand on its own and it can tell the computer to do something. So when this instruction is sent to the computer, it will tell the computer to display hello world to the user, to the one using the program, the software at the moment, or using the product at the moment. So let's press enter. Boom, you saw it. Hello world. You get it? So that's how programmers are able to tell people, let their software communicate with people that, okay, please enter a number, please this, hello world, hi, welcome. You get it? We have commands, we have statements used to do that. So hello world, we can change it. Let's play with it. We can change it. Let's go, hello world. My name is Melbay guy. So let's press enter and see. It has popped up something. Hello, my name is Melby guy. Let's try a different one. So press OK. Let's put, everything we want to type, the message we want to add to the user. When the pop-up, alerts will give us the pop-up, and the message we want to show to the user is placed inside double quotes. You get it? So that's why I always have the double quote. If I place nothing inside, I press enter. Hey, sorry. There, there was an error because the whole of this instruction didn't make sense to the computer. So it's not every instruction that the computer will carry out. The instruction must make sense. If it doesn't make sense, it's not an instruction. The computer will give you an error. You get it? So what I added was this guy, the hash. I need to remove it. So now let's press enter. Hey, why did I do it again? Let's press enter. So now you see the pop-up did come, but nothing was displayed here because inside here we were displaying nothing. We were not sending, we didn't pass any information. So to pass information, we just put it inside the double quote. Then, hello, welcome, welcome. Let's press enter and see. Boom, hello, welcome. So right now, I just want you to practice with the alert, just try some things. And remember, we have another statement that we learned before, which is what's clear, C-L-E-E-R. You can use this statement to, clear the screen. You see, as you are typing your commands, your instructions, there, you will see the history over there. So sometimes you need the full space. So you can use this statement, this command or this instruction to tell to wipe everything here, to clear it. So if I send this statement to the computer will respond by clearing all this. Let's try things, see. Boom, it has cleared it. So we can still be practicing with the alert. Console was cleared. Was cleared. Yeah, I'll just copy this, guys. Then I'll make a capital C. Console was cleared. Console was cleared. So now, a programmer, this programmers built this whole software, the browser. Programmers built it. You get it? So they have a statement which display this one, console was cleared here. In their program, there's a statement that displays it here. And we too, in our program, simple program, we are just popping it up here. You get it? So now let's try a different statement. We have another statement. Let's clear the screen. Clear the screen. And remember to practice practice with the alerts, so much practice and learn. That's how you remember. Remember that we don't memorize coding, we don't memorize programs, we don't memorize instructions, we don't memorize statement. As you practice, it will be printed in your mind or on your brain or something. So you don't have to memorize them. Just keep on practicing and it will come. You get it? Mika, I've forgotten most commands, most statements. So sometimes when I know it exists, I know something like clear exists. So I just go online to see how to write it. You get it? Some people use CLS to mean clear, some people use CLER. So sometimes you have to go online and check the right statement. How is it being written? Get it? So we have another statement called prompt, PROMPT. We already spoke about the alert. The alert statement, this one, alert is used to display a message to a user. If you want to display an information to a user, use the alert here, press enter and console was cleared. Information has been displayed to the user. We have another statement known as prompt. Prompt PROMPT something. Okay, it's correct. Now, prompt is a statement used to do what? It is used to collect input from the user. If you want a user to enter something, to type in something, the user's name, you just need an instruction, a statement called prompt. You get it, write that statement, prompt statement. It ends with a semicolon. That's why we are calling it a statement. Although it has several names, like I'm saying, at the base level, we call it statement, but a statement can be a variable, can be an expression, can be a function. You know that. So right now, think of it as a statement because we are dealing with statement. And how do we know that something is a statement? An instruction is a statement. When it ends with semicolon, that's why we bring in this guy. So, and every statement, like we said, is an instruction. It has a role it plays. It has an information it gives to it has a command or an instruction. It has an instruction that it gives to the computer. You get it? Alert will tell the computer to do this, and prompt will tell the computer to do that. You get it? So depending on whatever you want the computer to do, you just have to find the right statement. So prompt, let's press enter. Let's give it to the computer and see how it will respond. Okay, like we said, prompt is used to take user input. Now it is asking us to type something. You get it? So let's test the alert again. Before alert, we just display something to the user like this. Alert will display something to the user. What will prompt do? Prompt to ask a user to enter something. You get it? Prompt to enable users to type something. Prompt is a statement. Now, you need to know that you see alert, we wanted to add information. We could just call the alert direct like that. And it will pass empty information. You get it? So when we pass a prompt this way too, we are passing empty information. So sometimes we want to guide the user on what the user should enter. Because if we send a prompt like that, the user doesn't know what should enter. It knows that the user knows that he or she has to enter something, but what should he or she enter? So inside the prompt, just like this guy, just like the alert, we can put this double quote. Mostly we use the double quote when we want to enter text. Text is a series of, letters, characters, and numbers, symbols. Get it? So if you want to enter things in programming, you need to wrap them in double quotes. Get it? So that it won't conflict with other statements or instructions. That's why we put them in double quote. So I want to say that when I tell the user, please enter your name. Please enter your name. So the user, let's send this statement, since it's a semicolon. Let's send it to the computer and see how the computer responds. Okay, you saw it, please enter your name. So you have to remember something. I told you that the result of what programming, the end result of programming is a software. That's why when we give it to the computer, we get something like a software, a mini software happening up here. You get it. Please enter your name, you can enter. So that's it, the end result of programming or the output of programming, or in the end, what are we trying to do if we are programming? We are trying to develop a software, and it is the software that will guide people or help people solve their problems. So I will just do this. I'll just write prompts. Please enter your name, give it a computer. It will create a software, and the user, someone else will come to enter the name. Please enter your name. My name is Tim, or I can just write Tim. So the one writing Tim is the user. He is using your software. You get it? And the programmer, what does the programmer do? The programmer writes the instructions again to the computer, and it becomes a software that a user gets to use. So, Ama, no, Veronica, Veronica, which I can spell. Hey, Lord of mercy, I said it. Can't spell this thing. Veronica. Let's assume it's correct and let's move on. So we can now, the thing is becoming plenty. So which statement do we need now to clear the screen so that we can, feel comfortable adding new ones? We can get a readable situation. So we've already learned CLEAR statement. There's been a semicolon. Just press our enter and boom, voila, we have it. We have it free to, so we can experiment with prompts. Like I said, it's practice, experimentation that really teaches you the thing. So um okay, we have, you can ask the user to enter anything, like enter your age. Remember, it should be in double quotes. That your text should be in double quote. And there's the command, the prompt command with this part and your semicolon. So that it will make sense to the computer. So this is statement. A statement is a simple or single line of instruction that performs a task that can instruct the computer to do something. So this guy is a statement. And how do we identify statement? They end with semicolons. So this guy is a statement, and it can tell the computer, or it will tell the computer to collect something from the user, collect input from user, or collect data from user when we pass it to the computer. Watch. So when we pass it to the computer, I told the computer to take input from a user. So the computer responded by asking the user to enter something. And based on what the programmer added, enter your age. How old am I? I think I'm 799 years old. Yeah. Please mind your own business. All right. So that's it. So we have alert. We have so we've learned three statements. We've learned this guy, clear. We've learned the clear statement, which clears the screen. We've learned the alert statement, which is used to display information to a user. Hi, user. Hi, user. See, hi, user. We've learned the other statement, the prompt statement. Prompt is used to take user input from a user. It's used to tell the computer that, hey, computer, ask the user to enter something. So let's see. What is your name? You see, so here, now look at something. We can use the alert to ask the user the name, and we can use the prompt to take the name. So watch. So mostly, that's why we said, how did we define program? If you remember, we define program as a series of instructions. You get a program is made up of a lot of statements that comes together. One statement is not enough. You get it. This statement won't be enough. This statement won't be enough. This statement won't be enough. When you add them, then it becomes reasonable. You get it? Become reasonable and becomes full, or it becomes enough. So we can say, tell the computer, we can tell the user, please, okay, what is your name? When we send this instruction to the computer is going to carry out that instruction, only that instruction. The computer is asking, what is your name? But the computer, what, when I press OK, nothing happens again. But we are asking a user's name. So the computer should be smart to provide a way to take the user's name. But the computer is not doing that. That's why we say the computer is dumb. Everything you want the computer to do, the programmer, has to, instruct it. You have to direct it each step. So here you tell the computer that, okay, please ask the user the name by using this statement or command. Then we're gonna add this guy. Let's bring the prompt here. So we brought a prompt here. We only sent, sorry. We only sent this statement to the computer. So only this thing came. It didn't ask us, what is your name, before trying to take this. So whatever instruction you send to the computer, that's what the computer will do. Nothing more, nothing less. You get it? The computer will do exactly what you instructed to do. So even if it knows that, if after asking a user's name, the next thing is to provide a way for the user to enter the name, the computer will never do that. You have to write another instruction to tell the computer that take the input from the user. So everything is up to you, the programmer. Everything is up to you, the programmer. So the computer always do things according to how it's been instructed to do. So back in SHS, there was a calculator. One of the calculator, you give the two calculators, they're from different brands or different companies or something. You give the two calculators the same mathematical expression. This calculator will give you 1, another calculator will give you 7. Why? Is it a computer? No, it's not a computer. It's the programmer. How the programmer solved the thing, how the programmer instructed the computer to perform the operation. That's what the computer did. It did it exactly. That's why this one got 1, this one got 7. So it's always up to the programmer. So if I want to say that, what is your name? And I want the computer to take the inputs, I have to pass 2 different instructions. So first I have to bring the alert. Let me first clear the screen. So first I'll bring, maybe I have to send this statement, which will ask the user, what is your name? And I have to send another statement, which is a prompt. So here I'm sending 2 different statements. How many statements do you see here? We see 2. There's one. This one is with semicolon, and there's another one. It ends with a semicolon. That's how we build program. A program is a combination. It's a series of instructions or a series of statements. You get it? So first, this one will tell the computer to ask the user the name, and this one will tell the computer to collect something from the user. So let's pass the 2. Let's press enter. It will pass the 2 statements to the computer. So this time we have, what is your name? When we press OK, now we have somewhere to type our name. We have somewhere to type our name as Tim. You get it? So you have to, it's your responsibility. Let's do that again. Let's remove the prompt and see what happened. This time it's asking, what is your name? After OK, nothing comes to request because the computer is not aware of whatever is going on. The computer is just there and ready to carry out the instruction you've given to it. So if you've not given it an instruction to take input, it's not going to take input. Although under normal circumstances or rationally, you should know that if you ask someone, you need to be ready to take the input. But the computer doesn't know that. All the computer knows how to do is give me instruction, let me carry it out, and give me, you get it. So the computer will never think for you that, okay, so you brought this, what is your name? So I have to provide the prompts. No. You have to tell the computer that ask the name and take the input. You get it? So we make statements. You need to make statements to create your software. And like I said, this is a mini software. What is your name? My name is Tim. My name is Tim. You get it? So this is a mini software. Like I said, the end result of programming or writing programs is a software, and it's a software that the users or the people who interact with to solve their problem. Okay. So the end result of writing that program, lots of programs, Microsoft wrote a lot of programs. The end result of that particular program they wrote was Microsoft Word, which we interact with to write our essays, write our assignment, edit our assignments, and write letters and stuff. You get it? So that's what. So they didn't have the software. They instructed the computer the way we are instructing the computer this way. They instructed the computer this way, and it became what a software that we are interacting with. So it became a software asking us what's your name, and it became a software. Then we are entering our name. You get it? So that is a for statement. You get it? So statements are single or a single line of instruction that can tell a computer to do something. You get it? A single line of instruction that can tell the computer to do something. It can exist on its own, and the computer understands it and can carry it out. That's statement. So now I'm going to build a mini application. You get it? I'm going to build a mini application with statements. And remember, the goal of this session is not to teach you how to build the application. You get it? I just want you to look at it, just view it, but you're not supposed to understand it. We've not gotten to the stage that you have to understand it. So you just have to understand what you have to learn here. Today, a statement is about writing a statement. Now we've learned how to write some statement like alert, prompt, clear. So you can just practice with those ones at the moment. But I'm gonna use statement to build a simple application. And this application it takes two numbers and subtracts them. So let's start. I'm coming. Okay, so this is the application, a simple application that takes two numbers and subtracts them. So let's pass it. So this is our program. So you can see there's one statement from here to here is one statement. This is where the semicolon is. And from here coming down to here is another statement. From here coming here to another statement. And from here coming here is another statement. So we have four statements that I'm going to pass to the computer. Let's see what happens when I pass it. So this is what we call a program. It contains this an instruction from here. A statement is an instruction. So we have this instruction, we have this instruction, we have this instruction. So a series or a collection of these instructions is a program. You get it? So I'm going to press enter. When I press enter, the whole of the program, this program will be sent to the computer and the computer will carry out that instruction. Let's see the output or how the computer will respond. Enter. So here, I've got a mini application here because I told you the end result of programming is a software. It is a software that people will interact with. So assuming people wanted to, they wanted software to, subtract their numbers. They have two very large numbers they want to subtract. You can write a program or teach the computer how to do that by writing this program. And the end result will become a software. And this is a software that you can ship to people, send it to people to download, and they can use it. So enter first number, let's say 4. And the second number, let's say 3. So 4 minus 3, what's the answer? It's 1. That's why we are getting a 1 here. Let's try it again. So we need to run the program again to get the whole application again. So let's say 16. And then other one is 7. What is 16 minus 7? Not have my CV. That's why we have the calculator. So let's try it. 9. Is it correct? Let's say, okay. 16 minus. Okay, if the computer is saying that, then it's 9. Okay, because I don't know what 60 minus 7 is. So you see here, so let's try a different one. Let's try a simple one that I can tell the answer whether it's correct. Like 5, first number, enter first number 5, and 3. That one that I know is 2. The result is 2. It's 2. But then, oh. So you see, we built a mini application. We built a mini application that can take two numbers, 6, and take another number, 7, and give us a result, -1. You get it? How did we build that? Let me use my clear statements. So, like I said, you are not supposed to understand how this application, I built the application. You're not supposed to understand what is going on here. In this session, you're not supposed to understand this. You're not supposed to be able to do this. So don't try cracking your head to understand. You are not supposed to understand what is going on here. What you are supposed to understand is statements. You get it? And we've explored statements more. And you know what statement is? A simple line or a single line of instruction that can do what? A simple instruction from here to here. That can tell the computer to do something. So this part of this program, this statement, will tell the computer to do what? Display enter first number to the user. You get it? Not just display enter first number. It will display enter first number. And this prompt will allow the user to enter something. You get it? The same thing for this guy. Enter second number. So you could see what you're taking. You see, that's it. Enter first number. That was this guy. This guy. So this guy, you see, I passed the statement. So the first time this statement was sent to the computer, and the computer prompted the user to enter first number. Then the computer saw a second statement, and it prompted the user to enter a second number. Then the computer saw this statement. This statement is saying that subtract blah blah blah. I don't want you to understand it now. But the important thing is this an expression. Remember in session 3, the elements we have statement, we have expressions, we have variables. So here we have my variable here, I have my variable here, I have my variable here, and I have my expression here. You have this statement, alert statement. We've already explored alert statement already. So how many statements do we have here? We have 4 statements. Statement 1, then with semicolon, statement 2, and semicolon, statement 3, and semicolon, statement 4. So this is how to construct statements. You get it? And now you've learned how the computer will respond to it. So this is a program, and when we send it to the computer will carry out the instruction, and the end result will become a software which will solve the problem of, subtracting two numbers. You get it? So that's it. So today's session is for the statement. So practice statement. Don't practice the var and don't practice the one we did, the alert and putting data in, like, hello. Yeah, practice with this one. Practice statement. Learn how to write statements, how to identify statements. So over here, inside session 4 of last week, we have statement, we have statement, we have statement. And they perform different actions. You get it? If you are building a program like the application I built, you can't just maybe pass just this guy, these statements. You can't just pass this statement. You can't just pass this statement to the computer and expect it to give you the application that came before. When I press OK, it's okay, nothing will happen again. You get it? For you to get another process, if you want the computer to ask the user for a second number, you need to add that statement to. So the first time, only pass this guy. So it just said enter first number. And the program just closed. The computer is done. So if you want the computer to, do so many things, you need to write so many instructions, because the computer is just going by your instruction. It's not doing anything more, not doing anything less. Exactly what you've written here. After it's done with this last statement, printing the results, it will just end. So you watch the first time, the computer is still working. It's nothing shut down, 6. But now it has printed -2. That's this command. This command is this one, print the result, which is -2. After doing that, there's no instruction again. So we are done. The software is done. Nothing will happen. You get it? So practice statement. In the next session, we'll be looking at variables as part of these guys, elements that makes up a program, the individual element that makes up a program. We have statements. Now we've explored statement, we understand a bit. You're not supposed to fully understand it, but now you can write a simple statement. You can pass it to the computer and see how the computer responds. The next meeting, the next session will be on variables, because we are using variables here. You can see some here, you can see variable here, you can see it here, you can see it here. So variables, they're important. You need to know them to be able to build a simple application I built. Thanks for joining this class. I love you guys. Bye.